The ATG approach to feet has 3 basics. And while training them, you could wear a shoe with a wider toe box so your big toe isn't jammed in. And you could even add a spacer so your big toe is pushing as it naturally should. While you, 1, push through your toes with backward walking, sledding, or treadmilling with the treadmill turned off or a human-powered one like this. 2, strengthen your calves with straight and bent knee using machine or body weight. And 3, strengthen your anterior tibialis. Anterior meaning front, and tibialis meaning of the tibia. Tibia is your shin bone. This is the primary decelerator of your foot, and this muscle actually attaches down to the inside of your foot. This can be done with machine, free weight, or body weight. 25 reps here is a basic from our 0 program. Standing closer makes it easier. Performing just 1 foot at a time makes it even easier. It's amazing how many malfunctions vanish when you truly understand a route of ability rather than avoidance. So now let's get a live look in here at ATG HQ at the difference between 0 versus machinery. So we have a member visiting. You can see he's worked up a good sweat here by using the equipment, going backward. A ATG coach visiting, and like I just noticed, we're on an upper body workout, but I noticed him over here. Is that just, well, what's up with that? Right. So this is convenient. I mean, you literally go sit down. Like I catch up on messages while, no joke, I answer most of my messages on here, and then I walk over here, and I'm like going to failure. Like, look, go to failure. I mean, he was already doing. I put him on the spot. Keep going. Keep going. The ability to take a muscle to exhaustion like this with so little setup required. To me, this is the value of equipment. I actually think that everyone should also master their own body. That's so valuable to know exactly how to use your own body. So I'm going to show you an example of that as well. Hidden failure.
Tim Burn, buddy. Oh, gosh, yeah. I'm getting
So Nick has gotten more athletic. How old are you?
38.
38. So he's now in his late 30s, like skyrocketing his athleticism. And it wouldn't be possible without these kind of positions. We're going to do a whole video for you guys on Sunday, really trying to unlock the secret of exercise for the aging athlete. Like, what is the secret there? But the point is, I wanted to show an example. Why we use equipment? I mean, it's smooth. It's easy to get into. You could have these in a commercial gym and people could walk right over. But it doesn't mean you can't get the results without the equipment. So to this day, I do as many sets because I travel so much. I still do as much 0 as I do gym. I'm pretty 50-50 0 versus gym. So we'll get a live set here to failure. So here I can just use a wall. I can be working that same muscle. Because I have more ability now, it's going to take more reps to tire myself out. I could sometimes I'll get single leg. So there are solutions for just about everything. When you realize, for example, on this, you have distance determines difficulty, but then 1 leg versus 2 leg also determines difficulty. Now you could have both down, as I showed, 1 side at a time. This is way easier. So some people who can't even do this, some people who struggle to walk can start strengthening here. So we have a smooth scale. This is why I think it's super valuable not to only rely on a machine, but to master the 0 version of all the same things you could do with a machine. So let me just keep going here till I hit failure. So this is, I'm thinking, like, why train the lower legs? I'm thinking long term. It also happens to make life a lot more enjoyable right now because playing sports, all of a sudden you stop having the foot pains. I had really chronic plantar fasciitis and big toe pain prior to all the backward work, and then particularly getting into the tibialis work. Something about this, I think when this is too weak relative to your other qualities, the foot just slams and takes a lot more beating than it should. So I am on fire right here, and as you see, I can't get all the way up there. So I just wanted to give you some context. When it comes to the lower leg, I think that's actually the easiest area to train with or without equipment. But you could also see that, like, here we have, you about to try to do this? No. Are you going to try to do the? So let's look at this setup. This is, like, to me, this is the Mac Daddy home setup. You have a tib bar. You have an ab mat here. This lifts your legs off the ground so you can get full range of motion. So this isn't hitting the floor. And then a Sornex Nordic bench there. But that's quite a bit to set up. So we have all these in betweens. We have total 0. Then we have sort of minimalistic, like garage gym style. And then there's like Mac Daddy of what could be in a gym. This will not catch on everywhere in gyms because it's a lot to set up. Putting the weight on like that. What could catch on in gyms would be that actual seated tip. That's what people would broadly end up doing. But it doesn't mean that one works better than the other. If you master zero and you master equipment, you're in good hands. You can help anybody. Hope this video helped. Thanks to everyone supporting the equipment. Those seated tibs, depending on when you watch this, they might be for sale. It's up to Sorenex. This is a collab of me and Bert Soren. And we sell tib bars, atgequipment.com. And then we have our Zero program, thanks to all the ATG members out there. And thanks to those of you who are now doing the ATG for coaches certification to train others. And last but not least, thanks to my buddies, Mr. Fomer Simpson and Young Buckets. He's not so young anymore, but he's still Young Buckets, who helped me. Together, we created this uncivilized sneaker. We're only at the Model 1 stage. We only have a few sizes. Thanks to everyone who has bought and then got feedback. We tally all the feedbacks we're learning about the Model 1 so we can make the Model 2. The main difference, if you see, like I love the Model 1. I play basketball in the Model 1. You'll notice there's no tongue at all. There's no tongue. So you have fully free ankle mobility. So I actually love that for training purposes, but on the court, while I still love it, some people who are used to a more locked-in basketball shoe, they can feel some movement in the foot because there's no tongue. So the Model 2 is actually almost done, and it has a low-profile tongue. Once we've really sharpened it, then we'll add all the sizes. You don't want to make like full sizes in something that you might still have to adjust and get right. So we've just been test. And thank you so much for those who have purchased and given us the feedback that's allowing us to sharpen it. See you in a few days.